This is what I mean about conversation intelligence at a company. Because when you're thinking about how to have conversations, whether you're managing up, you're managing sideways, you're managing down, the ability to have really meaningful and impactful conversations that not only solve problems, but get to the root cause of what caused the problem in the first place, when in this case, the root cause may be the previous work culture they were a part of. That's what they were taught to do, and those were the habits they developed. So to have a conversation, to understand someone's intent, understand where they may be coming from, where their thought process derives from, that's a very difficult conversation to have. It requires a lot of patience. It requires an ability to ask the right questions. And it requires the ability to listen without an agenda or listening to understand and not reply. So here's how the conversation would go if the situation happened with me. I would say to the person, well, first of all, I want to really appreciate the fact that you're a creative and innovative thinker and you're an outside-the-box thinker. And the fact that when you take an instruction or a direction, that you're not robotic in terms of how you hear it and you actually take a step back to evaluate the best ways to handle the situation. Listeners, this is what we want to absolutely recognize. We want to recognize and appreciate and reward people for being independent thinkers, for not being robotic. We want to recognize that. I mean, how frustrating is it for you when you deal with someone in customer service and they sound robotic in how they handle the situation and they're very black and white and can't think outside the box? We don't want that. We want to develop critical thinking. We want people to be willing to take risks. So whether the outcome is good or bad, that doesn't matter. But here's my concern. My concern is the lack of communication. So now, after I get done authentically and genuinely complimenting them for critically thinking of if there's a better way, I would say, now with that said, my concern is, and notice the word choice, because one of the 4 communication ingredients I teach is word choice, what you say. So I would say, however, one of my concerns is not my complaints, not my frustrations. One of my concerns is that you made a unilateral decision that after you came to the conclusion, you didn't come back and share with me the new insights you had so we could talk through it, collaborate, and maybe make a decision on what we think is the best way to proceed.